Right. So my host got some issue, I think. He joined us. Now it's fine. Everything good. Now we'll start the session. The course which you joined, software testing. I welcome you everyone, and I wish so you are going to get the success in this course to get a job. What you are want to get a job in IT. So which is job after learning this course you are going to get? What is the job role? So test engineer or QA tester also we are going to call test engineer or QA tester. QA tester. QA stands for quality assurance tester. Quality assurance tester. Karthik, okay. So you said it, the first is correct. Software testing is okay. In that we have some modules for manual and automation testing. Okay, this is the first session where we are going to take everything from the scratch. We are going to discuss today. I will give some basic idea to you. So about the software testing, okay, course software testing. So once you learn this course, you are eligible to apply for the testing jobs or QA tester. So basically, where we do testing, it is very important. So when you talk about the software testing, simple way of saying it is test the developed software. Test the developed software, whether it is working properly or not. We have to test it. Is test the developed software. Test the developed software. So when you talk about the software, my here generally, if I go for the applications, any web-based application, web-based application when you are going to take, which generally we have the three-tier architecture we are going to call. What is that? Three-tier architecture we are going to call. So what are these three tiers here? Miss, three layers are there here. So three layers. The first one where we are going to call presentation layer. It is called a presentation layer. We are going to first one. Second one, data. So business layer we are going to call business layer. Third one is database layer. Database layer. There are three layers will be there. What are the layers? Presentation layer, business layer, database layer. Presentation layer nothing but a pages or screens where user can interact with the application. Pages or screens where user can interact with application. Now if I go for an example here, the pages which we have here, these pages are nothing but are going to presentation layer. Okay, now if I go for the registration form, if I enter some values here, when I click on the submit, somewhere it has to save in my application. That is nothing but I'm going to call database layer. where business data will be maintained. Now, if I enter the values here, if I click on submit, that value is going to be saved into the database there. But when it has to save, if the data is valid, then only it has to be saved, right? If I give the invalid data, it should not be saved. Where that logic is written, that is written in the business layer, where business logic will be written. So using some programming languages, they're going to write the business logic like Java, .NET, like this they're going to use. Now this presentation layer, which we are going to call here GUI, means graphical user interface. Business layer, nothing but a simple API, application programming interface. Database layer, simple we can call backend or database we are going to call instead. Now, as a user, you are going to interact here. When you perform some operation, logic is going to be checked here whether it's correct or not. According to that, going to communicate to the your database. Okay, this is the way. But here, sir, these are three layers are there. Everything we are not going to the testing. So where we are going to the testing is not the database layer, not the business layer. As a test engineer, we are going to test the presentation layer. We are going to test the presentation layer. We are going to test the GUI testing. In these pages, we are going to test everything. What are the components they implemented? Those things which are going to the testing. It is here we do testing presentation layer means pages we are going to test. If we want to test this page here, suppose the register link is working or not, I want to test. Like that every component which are implemented, those are working or not, we have to check. How do you check register link is working or not? If I click on the register, registration form is open, then we can say yes, it is working. To do this kind of testing, do you think programming knowledge required? You are testing any program here internally? No. So basically here, any person, any graduate is eligible to go for the testing. Okay, ma? Where we do testing? Presentation layer. That is graphical user interface of the application which you are going to the testing. Programming knowledge required or not? Not required. Programming knowledge is not required, not mandatory. Who can, who are eligible for QA testing? In simple, we can say that any graduate is eligible to go for the software testing. So not only the IT so persons, so in mechanical engineering, you completed, you are eligible. Triple E, MBA, Like that, everyone is eligible here to go for software testing. Now, question is here, how we perform testing. How we perform testing. Okay. So we don't have the programming now. Then how we can perform testing? So there are two possible ways to perform testing. One is called manual testing. The other one is called automation testing. The two possible ways we have to go for testing. One is manual testing. The other one is called automation testing. Okay, these two things: manual testing, automation testing. I will show it is how we can go for the manual testing, how we can go for the automation testing. Okay, just understand it is. But just I want to give some introduction. It is. Some of you have some doubts. Yes, once my explanation is completed, so I will spend the 10 to 15 minutes of time to clarify your doubts before going to enter the technical part. Okay, manual automation testing. Coming to the first one, manual testing. So what we do here as a testing unit, directly whichever application you want to test. So you operate, observe the response. Based on that, we can provide the status in terms of pass or fail. But whenever we go for the manual testing, for that we are going to prepare the test cases. So in simple like this, we can say, without using any automation tool, without using any automation tool, testing unit directly interact with application, testing unit directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. I will show it in simple way. Now, if I go for the this application, without enter the username, without enter the password, if I click on the submit, without enter the username, without enter the password, if I click on the submit, so what is our expectation? Successful login operation or unsuccessful login operation? So expectation will be unsuccessful login operation, right? Unsuccessful login operation. We'll see if I go for the click on submit, how it is going to respond. What is the response? Login successfully. What you're expecting? Unsuccessful login operation. What happened here? Login successfully. So test is failed. So we can say test is failed. This is what the manual testing. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. See, one more scenario I will give you. This is the page. If I go in this portion, my client expecting here 50 components. 50 components they expecting in that portion. Now we have to do manual testing. Observe here how it is responding, how many components are there, you count. So 50 elements are there? No, test is failed. This is manual testing. Directly by operating, by observing the behavior, you are going to say test is pass or fail. For this, some document you are going to prepare that is called test cases. That is the manual testing, how we are going to perform. Okay. Now, I will go for one more scenario here. This is the page is there, Reddish mail page. So Reddish mail page. In this page, so 300 links are available or not, I want to check. 300 links. Can you tell me test is pass or fail? I want to check 300 links available or not. So what happens? Difficult, no? So this is a lot of links are there in this page. Everything you want to count, at least you need 2 to 3 hours of time. Sir, no. 2 to 3 hours of time is required to you to count the number of links available. This is the major disadvantage of the manual testing. What is that? Time consuming. Manual testing is time consuming. That is the problem. So how to overcome it is, let me show. Now see my here some program I written here. So I'm going to run it. Just I'm going to run the program. I'm going to sit idle. I'm not doing any operation. Just I'm going to run it and I'm sitting idle now. So that is going to open the browser here. Page is loading. Okay. Now see what is saying that test is failed. Why? Actual number of links are 335 are there. How many you are expecting? 300. That's why your test is failed. Okay, this is what we are going to call automation testing. Understand me? This is an automation testing. Now, test engineer, what he will do, some other software to test another software. This software, nothing but where we are going to call more tools. In the one of the famous tool is Selenium. Okay, that's where. So here, automation testing, manual testing. What is the advantage? See, manually, if I want to go for counting number of links, which may takes more than 2 hours of time, when I go for automation testing, which will take less than 2 minutes of time to count the number of links. Let us see once again. Now, saying 335 links are there. Okay, this is what the automation testing. Sir, earlier when we go for testing here, so it is failed. Okay. When it is failed, then the problem is there in this application. Without enter the username and without enter the password, when I click on the submit, expecting actually error message, unsuccessful login operation. When I click on submit, we got the successful login operation. There's a deviation. So it is called failed. Now what we can do here now, as a testing unit, you are not the responsible to solve these problems. Then who is the responsible? Developers only. Okay. What we do, we are going to intimate to the developers. Developers are going to solve it. This is about the what we have to learn means one, we have to know manual testing concepts. Second thing, we have to know about the automation testing tool, how we can perform it, which tool it is. In this course, we are going to cover Selenium with Java concepts. So Java, why it is required? This program you have to write according to your requirement. No, we have to write it is. Sir, we don't have any Java knowledge. Still, you are saying that Java is required. You don't worry. In automation testing, in automation testing classes, we are going to discuss the core Java concepts also. Core Java concepts also will be covered. Okay. I want to show that what topics we are going to discuss. Hmm. Okay. So I'm going to show to you what are the course content we are going to discuss in detail way, so that you will get some clarity. It is. And also, sir, some students who joined, they may have the what are the frameworks we are going to cover in the Selenium. So that is also some we have some idea about the automation testing. They may have doubts. So let me show it is what are the content we are going to discuss in this coming 55 to 60 days of time. So it will be around 60 days we have. First module in the course, we have the two modules are divided. One is comes under manual testing, the first module. First, we are going to discuss the see from the scratch to advanced level frameworks we are going to cover. Even though you don't have at this moment any idea, once course is completed, you can show 3 to 4 years of experience on manual automation testing. You can able to sustain your job. That much knowledge will be provided to you. Okay, make sure all the classes you have to attend. Whatever assignments I given to you, you have to complete. That's it. It is not rocket science, software testing. Like a developer, you are not going to think that much it is as a test engineer. Okay? Course content. First module, we are going to discuss about the manual testing concepts. What are the topics we are going to discuss in manual testing? So, introduction to software testing. The basic idea will be given what is software testing, what are the advantages of the software testing, difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. So, types of software testing, what exactly how manual testing definition, automation testing definition, those things very clearly will be discussed. After that, introduction to software. This is also fundamental concept. For non-IT background, they have to understand the vocabulary in the course. Means this portion you have to know. Introduction to software. Like what is software program? What is meaning of software? What is the difference between product and project-based software? What are the different kind of environments are there for a project? What are the major activities they are going to perform? Those things. Then types of software like system software, programming software, application software. These things we are going to discuss uh, in this course. This is completely who are new to the IT. Those has to understand something before going enter actual subject. This portion is very much important for them, not for interview prospect. I'm saying so to understand software testing course content. This portion is important. Fundamentals. After that, we are going to discuss about the software development life cycle. Here, how software is going to be developed, what are the phases involved, what are the different kind of documents are going to prepared, what type of information those documents are going to provide will be given. After that, SDLs related concepts, software development life cycle related concepts, such as what are the common problems while developing software, how the defect repair cost is going to be, quality assurance, quality control, and software testing difference. After that, we discuss about the SDLC models or methodologies we are going to call. Models or methodologies. We have the waterfall model, V model, agile scrum methodology. In present, these are the models in live. Then testing methodologies such as whiteboard testing, black box testing, gray box testing. These are the testing methodologies we are going to call. Then what is the difference between whiteboard testing and a blackboard testing? So what are the blackboard testing techniques are there, such as boundary analysis, equivalence class partition, error guessing, a decision table, so state transition. These are the things detailed way we are going to discuss. After that, different kind of testing levels in software development process, such as unit testing, integration testing, system testing, so user acceptance test or acceptance test. And again, integration test, we have different kind of techniques. Big bang approach, incremental approach, the top-down approach, bottom-up approach, hybrid approach. Same way, when you go for the system testing, there are a number of testing techniques are there. What is functionality testing, performance testing, recovery testing, security testing, compatibility testing,
Like this, different things we are going to discuss. Then, under user acceptance testing, we are going to discuss what is alpha test, beta test. After that, some miscellaneous testing techniques such as the retesting, regression testing, smoke test, sanity test. Same with some informal testing techniques, ad hoc testing, exploratory testing, risk of priority based testing. Up to here, vocabulary. First, you are going to learn about the software testing, different kind of testing techniques, how the softwares are going to be developed, software developed. These things we are going to learn. After that, once you joined in the company as a testing engineer, only one person is not going to test application. Definitely, there will be team is available. That team is going to perform the testing. That team as a testing team, what are the activities we are going to perform in an organization in order to complete the testing activities? The entire process will be discussed in the software testing life cycle. Software testing life cycle. How to prepare the test plan document, how to prepare the test cases, what is the meaning of test case, what is use case, types of test cases, test case design techniques, so test scenarios. This how things in practical I will going to show it is. So I will give the one project related documents, the real time how we are going to prepare the identify the test scenarios, how we are going to prepare the test data, how we are going to do the test cases preparation. Using the real time templates only, I will going to explain to you how to go for these activities. Then, after the test case are prepared, what is the use of this RTM? Then test execution levels, defect management, different kind of activities what we are going to perform. There is a bug life cycle, then test closure activity, finally software testing principles. So this is a completely manual testing portion which we are going to take around 20 to 25 days. This manual testing portion which we are going to discuss. Once the manual testing portion is completed, there will be interview oriented session on manual testing. So what type of questions they are going to ask in interview, how you have delivered the answer, that will be discussed. Then one assignment on manual testing also will be given to you. Some questions will be given where you have to prepare the answers for those questions. Okay, this is the manual testing portion. So here, manual testing majority of the portion is theoretical orientation. Only test cases, scenarios. This is the what we are going to in practical. That is going to be you have to use a templates. So template is the Excel sheet. So those templates we are going to use, and we are going to I will going to explain to you how to go for the scenarios identification, test cases preparation. Like this I'm going to show to you the test cases. Okay, the second part here, module 2, automation testing. Jira. Jira is the tool which we are going to discuss. It is like how we are going to use like a Gmail application like this. So Jira is used for the defect reporting purpose. That means if you find any mistakes, any problems in the application, to intimate to the development team, we are going to use the Jira tool. It is very simple, simple navigations only we have in the Jira. Then Selenium WebDriver is a
functionality testing tool to work with the Selenium WebDriver. So we need to know the Java concepts also. Core Java concepts are required. Those are going to be discussed for us. Whereas it will take around 35 days of the Selenium. 35 to 40 days around it will take for us. Okay. Now class notes. How we are going to get shared in WhatsApp. So I will create the WhatsApp group. In that group, I am going to share the manual test class notes will be shared with you. So what about software to practice during the automation testing? In the beginning class only, I will going to explain to you. So I will give the links from where to download. I will explain to you in the class how to set up the Selenium environment in your computer for practicing purpose. So software setup will be explained in class. What about recordings? Recorded sessions also will be given to you. So we are going to provide the day-to-day recording sessions in the Google Drive. The drive access will be given to you so that if you miss one class, you can watch the recording session. We can understand it is. That is the purpose. But don't stay on recording is there. Don't take other works as a priority. Priority is for the class it is. Class notes shared in WhatsApp. Recording sessions also will be given to you. How to install the software during the say automation testing time will be explained to you. Okay. Class timings are going to be 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Then IST daily is the classes. But our classes are going to be 5 days a week we have. That means Monday to Friday we'll have the sessions. In case if I felt it is lagging, then only Saturdays I'm going to take it is by intimating to you before 1 month, 1 week before Monday like that I'm going to explain to you. So class will be there this Saturday, then I'm going to take it is. Okay. Usually Monday to Friday we have the classes. Now the questions. Any doubts are there? Use the same link to join the session. Sir, how many days free sessions or demo session? Tomorrow also are you going to explain same topic? One student joined and he asked it, Sir, you said demo is 3 days, is there? So 3 days are you going to take the same concepts? Same concept to explain what is the use of that? I don't take like that. So today I given the course content. Tomorrow I will going to start the introduction to software testing. I will going to start it this because these joined some other institute and they said it is sir 1 week same topic they're showing their website and they're showing jobs. These jobs are available freshers, so my HR is going to take care to you. Experienced persons you have to put the your profile into the Naukri like internet and you have to go for that. Job market is going to be high in the February month compared to last 2 years. Okay. Yes, ma. Any doubts are there? Is it clear, everyone? Yes, the 1 or 2 sessions, free session, demo session, free classes you can attend. So for registration, contact these numbers. I will give my WhatsApp number. Once registration completed, now, so I am Mr. Pranav, who is going to take the classes for you. Manual and automation testing complete topics will be taken. Okay, having more than 17 years of experience in software testing. Different tools I have worked. Earlier, I worked on the Windrunner. My career started with Windrunner. At the time, Windrunner. Then, so QTP, UFT, Selenium with Java, Synth, Python, Tosca also. Okay. So different tools I worked. So different frameworks I designed. So in this automation testing, we are going to discuss including Cucumber framework also we are going to cover, and we are going to discuss about the so Jenkins, Maven, so GitHub repository. But automation syllabus is not given at this moment. When I'm going to start the automation testing, I will give the course content also to you, so that will have the better idea what topics are going to be left, what topics are going on, what the topics are covered. That clarity you are going to get. Right, ma. So, what are any doubts are there? Anyone? So at this moment, these are the contact numbers you can contact. So once the registration is complete, I'm going to give them my personal WhatsApp number so that I can create the WhatsApp group. So easy to share the documentation or any doubts are there, I'll go and explain. Darshan, okay. Seems to be no one have any doubt. So Vaishali, any doubts?
No, sir. Actually, in this course, any mobile testing tool you can cover up.
No, Appium is not going to cover here.
Okay.
The other tool it is.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Actually, some people ask mobile testing also, so that's why I ask you.
But in addition that what I will do,
Huh?
I will give some introduction to the API testing concepts.
Okay.
API testing concept, that is as a bonus, I'm going to give that is API testing concepts will be
Yeah.
explained to you.
Okay. Is
Mm,
good.
mm.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So thank you everyone. That is a class for us. So use same link to join the session. So do the efforts. Definitely more openings are going to be there in the February month. Do opens. So give the effort. Software testing course is the easiest one to enter into the IT field. Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye. Hi. Good evening, everyone. We'll start the session now. The last session, I explained about the introduction to the software testing. Just what are the topics we are going to cover. So, a route map for the course content explained to you. Right. So, if I go for the software testing course, mainly we have the two modules. Module 1, where we are going to discuss about the manual testing concepts. So, manual testing concepts we are going to learn. Then, module 2, we are going to discuss about the automation testing. So, Selenium WebDriver, which we are going to discuss, along with the core Java concepts. Along with the core Java concepts will be discussed. Okay. So, manual testing concepts. Module 2, automation testing. Selenium WebDriver, core Java concepts will be discussed. As I said, apart this, what I will do, one or two sessions I'm going to explain to you as a bonus to you. So Introduction to API testing concepts. Having some idea on API testing always add advantage. So that is the concept. Introduction to API testing concepts. Introduction to database concepts also will be given to you. Not in the regular session. One special day I will go into these two concepts. I'm going to explain to you. Okay. Introduction to API testing concept. Introduction to database concepts. This is the what we are going to discuss. Course duration is going to be around 55 days to 55 to 60 days it is going to be. So our class is going to be here 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Regular session it is going to be. Class notes will be shared in a WhatsApp group. Later I am going to collect your number so that I am going to create the WhatsApp group. Daily, what are the topics we discuss? That class notes will be shared with you, and class recorded sessions also will be shared. So through Google Drive. Through Google Drive, we are going to provide to you. In addition, that resume preparation, the guidelines will be given to you. Okay. This is what the course outline it is. Okay. Now today I will start the session here. First chapter for us. Introduction to software testing. The first topic we have. Introduction to software testing. So here what we are going to discuss here. What is software testing? What are the advantages of software testing? Advantages of software testing. What is software testing? What are the advantages of software testing? Difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. Difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. Then some of the major activities in software company, such as what is coding, what is testing, then defect reporting, debugging. As I said earlier, manual testing, most of the concepts are learning the software testing related vocabulary. Learning the software testing related vocabulary. Right. So some of the major activities are coding, testing, defect reporting, debugging, bug fixing. After that, types of software testing, like what is manual testing, what is an automation testing. So these are the concepts where we are going to cover the first chapter, introduction to software testing. Clear? So now, first I want to say how you feel. What is software application? Someone is going to ask you, what is software application? You can write in the chat box who have some idea on this. Okay. Or you can give some example for the software application to me in the chat box. Try to give an example for software application. Write in the chat box. Is it allowing you to write something in the chat box? Karthik, Sailaja, Rahul, Kumari, Srikanth, Swati, Shali. Okay. Write in the chat box. Zoom chat box. Software is a collection of programs which will take input out from others. Okay, fine. Rahul, okay. Okay. What about others? Fine. At least one answer I got. Okay. Now in simple, we can say my here software application. I can say like this: set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system. Set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system. Set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system. Right. Example, if I go for the ICICIbank.com, it is software application it is. If I go for the Facebook.com, if I go for the Zoom online meeting, it is also application or an online meeting application which you are using for online classes, right? The applications here. So if I go for the Notepad, also an application only, software application it is. The set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system. So if I go for the example like this, I'm taking the ICICIbank.com. Try to concentrate more. ICICIbank.com. Yes. Karthik, yes, your output. Okay. How it works means it takes some inputs and gives output for us. Okay. I say if I go for the example, ICICIbank.com. Right. If I go for ICICIbank.com, now which business purpose this application? What type of business transactions they can do here? What type of business transaction they can do here? ICICI Bank. So what is that you're asking? So there's something like you have to understand banking, right? Banking. So this business area in in our IT. So as a user point of business, now this business area where we are going to call domain in IT industry, which is called domain. Which business means which domain it is. In interviews point of they will ask you which domains do you have the knowledge means based on your experience and which projects you should. You have to say that I worked on the banking projects. I worked on the insurance projects. Like that you have to say the domain we are going to call. Okay. Now who is client for this? Now there is a doubt, right? You're going client means client means so for this application to develop, who provided requirements, to whom it is developed? ICICI Bank. For their business purpose, this is application of client is ICICI Bank one. That is actually, when you observe here this application, who is client? Names of represent ICICI. What purpose it is? Banking. HDFCbank.com. HDFC requirements, that is developed, that software. Understand? Like this. Now, got clarity what is software application? Just I'm giving the software application set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system. In a system. So that is the so software application we are going to call. Now try to understand my. I have the one software company is there. What is it? Software company. Infosys is the company. Here, where software developed. Right. Here in software company, software is going to be developed. But whenever that means output here, output here software. But whenever software they want to develop in a company, so they should know the which business transactions to perform. We need to develop the software. So this company needs some inputs here to develop the software. What is required? Inputs are required. IP inputs. IP means inputs it is. OP means output. So which requirements to whom we want to develop? Suppose I want to develop the software for the ICICI Bank. Their business requirements. What type of transaction they want to do? We need to collect their business requirements. The business requirements are the inputs, such as suppose new customer registration, where customer can change password, view account summary, view account summary. You can able to bill payment. You can able to go for fund transfer. Like this information will be provided to the software company by the client who needs software. So I need one software to do this kind of transactions. Like a number of transactions they are going to provide. So these are the requirements, are the inputs for this company. According to that, it is going to be developed. Suppose I say bank.com. Sima, I'm not at start any technical, just I'm giving some idea to you how the story is in the software company testing is going to be. So whoever needs tomorrow, you want to start one business, everything you are going to maintain paper. Suppose how many employees are there, salary details, so your business stock details, daily say sales details, so items purchase information, This all things you want to do. What you are going to do? You are going to request one company to go for the software to develop. So you have to give your requirements. So the software company is going to develop the software like this. Now, whenever software developed like this, which is not delivered directly to the client now, understand what? Nowadays, every organization, nowadays, every organization is going to maintain separate testing team. Maintain separate testing team. Sir, who are the members? Tomorrow you are going to, your means test engineers. You are looking job for test engineer, right? So you are going to be there. So like this, your team is going to be the separate testing team. So that means one software is developed here, directly not given, which is released to separate testing team. They're going to release to separate testing team. So I can do a clear idea. Delivered to separate testing. Now you are the person to give the certification. Yes, the software is working fine. Or the like an inspector, you have to check it is okay. But here, assume that software is given. One simple example I'm going to show to you. If I go for the application like this, bookmyshow.com. If I go bookmyshow.com, makemytrip.com. Now my requirement is I want to book the flight ticket. I want to book the flight ticket from Hyderabad to Nellore. Nellore is the city where, so I want to watch the movie there. I want to book the movie ticket there. That's my interest. So if I go for the Hyderabad to Nellore, when I checking here, Nellore is not there. Can I say so? The software is not correct. As a tester, I'm trying to check. I want to book the flight ticket from Hyderabad to Nellore. Nellore city name is not there. Nellore city is not there. Can I say the software has the issue here? Can I say software has an issue? No, no. Miru, what you have to do, when I ask the questions, so instead of sitting ideal, or you have to give the answers yes or no in the chat box, so that you are going to interact. Otherwise, you are going to watch the WhatsApp, right? There's a lot of disturbance. WhatsApp or shorts. So a lot of disturbance for the students level. So these things don't concentrate on that. When I ask the question, try to give the answers in the chat box. So Zoom chat box. Nellore is not there. There's a problem here in the software. No, actually, the Nellore there is no airport. There's a reason. This is the client. Make my trip is the client. Not ask the Nellore city to implement in the two drop down. So that means whenever you want to test application, first of all, you should know what purpose software required, what client requirements here, what are the client requirements here. According to his requirements, according to his requirement, what which is CTC expecting. If you know, then only we can test it. Without knowing that expected cities in the two drop down, you can't test it is. Similarly, you come to the our diagram here, which is there. You want to test it is okay. Software is given to you, icicibank.com. You want to test it is. You can't take your own expectations. You should not take your own expectation. What you have to do, so we need to refer the what are the client requirements are there in the application. We have to refer the client requirements in the application. So according to that, we have to go for the testing. So we are going to the review on project related documents. So whatever requirements are given by the client, Those requirements are going to be provided. Those requirements are going to be provided to the client here. So review on project related document. Client requirements are given to the test engineers. You have to study, you have to understand. Later I will going to show it is in the software development life cycle. What are the project related documents are there? So how those documents are going to be. I will going to explain to you. I will show it is. So project documents. Okay, review on project related documents. Once the review is completed, the test engineer what he has to do here once review is completed here, some documents we are going to prepare before going to start the testing. So what type of documents we have to prepare? Test scenarios we need to identify, then prepare test cases. This is the test cases we are going to prepare. So once we got the application from the development team, now the separate testing team will do the testing. It is test the developed software as per client requirements. That is called, this is the activity where we are going to call software testing. Okay, once you said everything is working fine, so everything is working fine. If you give the certificate, okay, it's working fine, then deliver software to the client. Company, they are going to deliver the software. This is the actual process. What happens in the company directly when application or which is not delivered to the client, they do like this. They do like this. Now, understand, directly we are not going to say once application is developed, that is given to the separate testing team, there we are going to the testing. Okay. Now understand what is the meaning of software testing. So different ways we can define, as simple as like this. It is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. It is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. Developed software. In other words, we can say, or software testing performed to ensure software testing performed to ensure client requirements in developed software. That means whichever requirements are given by the client, those requirements software testing performed to ensure client requirements in developed software. That means whichever requirements are given by the client, all the requirements are fulfilled or not in the application. That's what testing we are doing here. Or technically we can say software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Clear? So now like this, we can say it is, sir, can you give a little bit more on this? So correctness, completeness, so what is that quality? So we are not getting the clarity. Verification, validation, yes, verification, validation. What is this correctness, completeness? Let me explain to you in detail. Let me take a simple example. What is correctness? What is meaning of completeness? Then how we can define the quality software? So I will take simple example, one application. What is that? Calculator I'm taking. It is also software application. Calculator also a software application, right? Now, what is the purpose of the calculator? To perform different kind of arithmetic operations. To perform different kind of arithmetic operations. Right. Now, correctness means what are the components are implemented in this calculator? Those components are working as per our expectation or not. We have to check. What are the components are implemented? Those components are working as per our expectation or not. We have to check it is. Let's check that. Implemented components or features are working as per our expectations or not. So this kind of thing where we are going to call more technically validation activity. This is called more validation activity. Next thing, completeness. That all the client business, all the client business requirements are covered in developed software. Suppose client want to 100 transactions. To do all those transactions, so to do all those transactions, required features are implemented or not. We have to check this. That is the completeness. This completeness nothing but where we are going to call verification activity. So let us see example again. In this calculator, what is the purpose? To perform different kind of arithmetic operations. To perform different kind of arithmetic operations. Now, assume that they are not given the plus operator in this calculator. Are you going to say it is a complete calculator? If they are not given the plus operator, we say it is a complete calculator. No, like that. So everything, whatever 100 requirements are given, all those 100 requirements should be covered in the application. Okay. Just quality software. Quality software. How we can define from producer point of view. Producer means the team which is involved to develop the software. A team which is involved to develop the software. That is from producer point of view. When application fulfilled with all the client requirements. So whatever requirements are given by the client, all the requirements are fulfilled in the application. So from producer point of view, when application fulfilled with all the client requirements, and end user point of view, when application fit for use, then it is considered as quality software. Understand my here. Producer means here the team which is involved to develop the software. As a note I'm giving here. Producer means the team which is involved to develop the software. End user means a person who will use software. The person who will use software. End user. Producer means the team which is involved to develop the software. End user means the person who will use software. So these two persons perspective, how we can define the quality software. But however, some major factors depend on the quality software. Following are the major factors depend on quality software. So what are that? First one is budget. Budget means generally when we are going to start developing the software, make sure within that specified cost, the software should be developed within the specified cost. Software should be developed. So there will be some agreements when they are going to start developing the application, how much amount they are going to take. Make sure we have to develop the software within that specified cost. Second thing, time or in time release. In time release. That means within the specified time, we need to deliver software to the client. Suppose my client expecting project, assume the client expecting project within 8 months of time. Make sure we have to deliver the software within 8 months it is. We have to deliver within 8 months it is. That's the in time release. Third one is reliability. When you talk about the reliability, what we can say, it should meet client requirements in terms of functionalities. It should meet client requirements in terms of functionalities. In terms of functionalities. Next thing, meet client expectations in terms of speed, how fast application is responding in terms of speed. Then compatibility. Can I use the application on different browsers? Different browsers. That means, can I use the application the Chrome browser, Firefox browser, Edge browser? Like